Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Greetings from lovely Ireland. This is Larita Blewett here, and here's a quick taste of what to expect from the Tommy, Hector and Larita podcast.
Ray was the sister.
Ray?
Auntie Ray was his sister.
I don't think so, Hector. I think you might be mixing it up.
Why are you laughing?
Was it a man in a dress? What do you mean, Auntie Ray?
Listen to our latest episode on thlpod.com.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
We read a podcast.
We read a podcast?
We did a podcast.
We did a podcast.
We had a podcast.
We did an episode?
We did an episode.
Of our podcast.
Of our podcast.
And it was about?
It was about Jehoshaphat and Ahab, and they summoned like 400-ish prophets that were not godly prophets, but they didn't clarify that. But then they all said, go to war. And then there's this other guy, and he was apparently
Micaiah?
God. Whatever, yeah, Micaiah, sure.
Yeah.
And he was like a godly prophet. And he was like, don't go to war, but first I'm going to joke about it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, but we're going to go to war. And then Ahab died.
He did. He got shot.
Yeah,
Shot through the heart. Micaiah's to blame, darling. You give God
I don't think he's to blame.
a bad name.
He told him don't go.
Well, but he also
like-
gave him shit before he went.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
So that was 2 Chronicles chapter 18.
It sure as fuck was.
And today we're reading.
2 Chronicles chapter 19.
Let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, 2 Chronicles chapter 19.
Okay.
When King Jehoshaphat of Judah arrived safely home in Jerusalem, he was probably like, oh, thank fuck.
Right? I had to follow this Ahab guy, and he doesn't follow the Lord at all. He got these like 400 other prophets, and then we didn't even listen to the God's prophet. What the fuck, man? And then he died.
Yeah.
It's crazy shit.
Thank goodness I made it. I should have
God,
listened to
yeah.
that Micaiah.
Never not listening to God again.
Oof. I bet he doesn't listen to God again,
You think?
though.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so anyway, when he got home all safe and sound and whatever in Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
Jehu, son of Hanani the seer, went out to meet him. Why should you help the wicked and love those who hate the Lord? He asked the king. Because of what you have done, the Lord is very fucking angry with you.
I've wondered. I said this last time. I was like, why is he helping this guy that's not following the Lord's commands?
Right?
Like, not that I agree that the Lord exists or that the Bible is correct in any way whatsoever, but insofar in canon, why is this fucker not following what God says?
Right. It just made no sense.
Right.
It was almost like he was doing business deals.
They were like, this guy is all about God. And then they're like, but then he's going to go over with this guy who's not all about God. And he's going to do exactly what God doesn't want them to do.
Yeah.
So that's dumb.
So, okay, so this Hanani guy,
Yeah.
or son of Hanani, he continues on. Even so, there is some good in you, for you have removed the Asherah poles throughout the land.
I mean, that's important shit
and
there.
you have committed yourself to seeking God.
Except for that one time when they went to war with,
right.
people.
That, the Lord guy prophet said
right.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah, he
So,
didn't listen to them then.
He's like, I guess you're kind of good, whatever. Okay, so that's the end of that little section. So
Okay.
we're starting a new section.
Got it.
The reason I'm saying that is because the next sentence does not have anything to do with what I just said.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
Jehoshaphat lived in Jerusalem.
Did he now?
But he went out among the people, traveling from Beersheba to the hill country of Ephraim, encouraging the people to return to the Lord, the God of their ancestors.
I mean, was this the same guy that was teaching them? Or is that somebody else?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Okay.
It was,
he was doing good up until that part where he didn't listen to the God.
Right, right.
So
he appointed judges throughout the nation in all the fortified towns, and he said to them, always think carefully before pronouncing judgment. Remember that you do not judge to please people, but to please the Lord.
Yeah, yeah.
He will be with you when you render the verdict in each case, dum-dums.
Unless, of course, you're not, doing it for him.
Right.
So then, not every case, probably.
Right.
Because they don't listen to God a lot.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
Does he, though?
He knows when you're awake.
I don't think he does.
He knows if you've been bad or good. So better judge for goodness sake.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fear the Lord and judge with integrity. For the Lord our God does not tolerate perverted justice.
Yeah, none of that perversion of justice stuff.
Stop perverting justice.
Yeah.
Partiality or the taking of bribes.
Yeah, no helping your friends and no taking money.
Yeah, stop it. Behave, you guys. In Jerusalem, Jehoshaphat appointed some of the Levites and priests and clan leaders in Israel to serve as judges for cases involving the Lord's regulations and for civil disputes.
Mm.
Okay. Whatever.
Yep.
These were his instructions to them. Hey, you must always act in the fear of the Lord, bitches.
Yeah, be fearful of him. Always be feared.
With faithfulness.
And faithful.
And an undivided heart.
Totally undivided. Fear and undivided.
Yeah. Have it.
Yeah, do it.
Whenever a case comes to you from fellow citizens in an outlying land. Yeah. Outlying town.
Yeah.
Whether a murder case or some other violation of God's laws, commandments, decrees, or regulations, you must warn them not to sin against the Lord, so that he will not be angry with you and them.
So I got a question. If they sin against the Lord, but they didn't know it before they got in, they did it before somebody told them and they just came into town,
right?
Are they still in trouble?
Is it a sin if you didn't know better?
Right. Do they have to have the, laws marked somewhere? Is there a billboard on the way into town?
Okay, well, in America, the laws are the laws whether you know better or not. Hypothetically, ignorance of the law is no excuse. So, if you just came to America and just started driving and stuff and didn't know that you needed a license because nobody told you, and you blew stop signs and stuff,
right? Because
nobody told you.
Yeah,
you're still accountable,
right? But those laws are quote unquote on the books. We have laws written down somewhere that somebody could access if they wanted to.
Right.
Do they have those? Is what I'm asking. I wonder, are they accessible to your average traveler that's just coming into town? Do they get a pamphlet on the way in, hey, no mixed threads, my dude, no shrimp,
no mixed threads, no
shrimp, and
stop eating pigs.
Right? Yeah, no pigs, no fucking bacon. Sorry, man.
Cut it out.
It's all off limits.
So anyway, he continues, do this and you will not be guilty. Okay. Amariah, the high priest, will have final say in all cases involving the Lord. Zebediah, son of Ishmael. Call me Ishmael.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a high priest that has final say.
Uh-huh.
If they're all doing God's work.
No. He only has final say in cases involving the Lord.
Okay. But I thought all these people were representatives of the Lord. So why is there a final... So obviously they aren't representing the Lord, they're representing people.
Yeah.
I'm clarifying, that's all.
Yeah, the lower ones handle the small cases, ran a stop sign.
Right.
You know, the high one, he determines if you have sinned or did a church bad.
All right.
You know, stole money out of the donation box or
Got
whatever.
Got it.
Drink the holy water.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. Burned the wrong sticks on the wrong day.
Right.
You know?
It was picking up sticks and burning the wrong incense.
Well, I like to combine them into one big bad
Right,
sin.
yeah, might as well.
Zebediah, son of call me Ishmael, a leader from the tribe of Judah, will have final say in all civil cases.
Mm.
So that would be like neighbors that are pissed off at each other.
Yeah, you owe me
or
money.
like domestic instances of the husband and wife getting into an argument.
Right.
That kind of
right.
thing. Marriages, divorces, cheatery.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Levites will assist you in making sure that justice is served. Take courage as you fulfill your duties, dum-dums. And may the Lord be with those who do what is right. The end.
Okay.
Okay.
Lord's going to be with those that do right.
I mean, hopefully they do the right things. I don't know what to say.
I mean, if you don't, you're probably going to get put to death or, locked away or exiled.
Burn in hell.
One of those three.
I don't know.
I think that's the only.
I haven't seen anything that says you're going to burn in hell yet, honestly.
Although, you know what? That's true. I haven't either. Sorry. I didn't comment on that.
So
But
I'm just saying, like, I shouldn't say, like, burn in hell because they haven't said that yet.
Right. But there have been some instances when people are in trouble that they just get fined.
Right.
But it's usually rich people who get fined.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones get punished.
Killed.
Right, generally.
Right.
So you're either rich and you get fined, or you're poor and you die.
Sounds kind of like America.
A little bit.
I mean, we were discussing, like, the state of dental care.
Yeah.
And how, like, most people, at least in our circle, they have a choice of you can spend thousands of dollars and have decent teeth, or
You could eat.
you can eat and pay rent or housing.
Right, yeah.
But never both.
Right, you can't have both. That's too much.
Which means...
Why would a rich country that has pretty much everything at its fingertips want to give its people anything remotely close to something good?
Because we didn't work hard enough.
Right,
or
right.
something.
We didn't worship the dollar enough.
Right.
You know?
We didn't buy enough presents at Christmas.
Probably that was it. And yeah, we didn't get the right Easter baskets at Easter.
We shopped at Michael's instead of Hobby Lobby. And on that note.
Right, yeah. So that was 2 Chronicles chapter 19.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow we will be back with
2 Chronicles chapter 20.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Today Tix is your one-stop shop for theater tickets with the best value on tickets to Broadway and beyond. Just download the app or visit their website to get access to exclusive pre-sales, day of discounted tickets, and more. Find tickets in New York, London, Chicago, LA, DC, and other cities around the world. Plus amazing deals for the holiday season. Use promo code COMEDYTIX to get $10 off your first Today Tix purchase at todaytix.com/ComedyTix. That's todaytix, TIX.com/comedytix.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Greetings from lovely Ireland. This is Larita Blewett here, and here's a quick taste of what to expect from the Tommy, Hector and Larita podcast.
Ray was the sister.
Ray?
Auntie Ray was his sister.
I don't think so, Hector. I think you might be mixing it up.
Why are you laughing?
Was it a man in a dress? What do you mean, Auntie Ray?
Listen to our latest episode on thlpod.com.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.